Hey there, it's iRun here, and we are back on Farming Simulator 15. And we're here to talk about chickens. The chickens and the egg. Which one came first? Let's get started. You can see that we started off with $12,000 in easy mode, and it's already counting down. So we're going to do a couple of things. In this particular tutorial, I went ahead and I turned the volume down, so hopefully you can hear me better. I turned off plant growth, plant withering, off missions, and right now I have the time scale set to 5x. Let's put it on real time, and then in a minute we will change it all the way up to 120x. But just for right now, we want to go slow. So hang on. All right, so the first thing we're going to do for this particular one is we're actually going to go into our garage and we're going to sell all of our equipment. And the reason why is because we're really only going to be talking about the chickens and the eggs and what you can do with them in game, how you can make money. They're fairly easy to upkeep because unlike cattle like sheep and cows, you don't have to feed them, so you don't have to go out and get stuff. So they're pretty easy from that standpoint. So let's go over here real quick. If we just go all the way to the right to animals, we can buy chickens for $70 each. So right now, because we sold everything, we're up to 179,000, and because also we sold everything right now, we have no maintenance fees. So I'll show you in a minute, like on each vehicle, there's a maintenance per day. Here you can see the chickens, there's a $1 maintenance per day. So for the sake of this particular tutorial, I am going to go ahead and buy 100 chickens. Now we already have one chicken technically, but it's a rooster. So I'm going to buy 100 chickens. That's going to cost us $7,000. But it's just for the sake of this particular tutorial. Normally I wouldn't be buying that many, at least not right up front. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to click through it real quick. And you can see as it's going, and just hang tight. So one of the things is when I first started playing Farming Simulator, I just really didn't know what to do with the chickens. So, I played it for a little bit, walked through it, and thought I'd share it with you all in case you didn't know either. There wasn't really any instructions on it. All right, we're almost there. Don't want to overdo it. 98, 99, 100. All right, we now have 100 chickens. But while we're in here, just let me show you. So normally in game, I keep the game. If you're playing Beyond Home, you get 2 of the H48, and in this particular case, we sold them. I may or may not sell them because you see the maintenance on those vehicles are $270 a day, and I'll explain to why that's important. This one, we also usually have 2 of those. Those are $460 a day. And if you're only working off of chickens, doesn't really help you. But the thing about it is, if you're farming, you're logging, you're doing all these other things, and you have these chickens, eventually they will help at least a little bit. But in this particular tutorial, once we get to where we need to transport the chickens, I'm going to buy this particular vehicle. It'll only be $70 a day against our total price, as opposed to $270 a day. But it also, we don't have it to start off with in a normal game, and it costs $64,000. Plus, with this particular vehicle, you can put a front loader on it, which means you can also get the universal buckets to get wood chips, or you get pallet forks so you can do some of the missions. So eventually you need either that vehicle or one of these 4115s, but you can see, and they're not too bad either. They're $100 a day maintenance. Or you need to get the T6160, which is $120 a day. So either way, but it's also $157,000 for it. But either way, it's cheaper than these. I mean, eventually you'll want them all. But anyway, just want to show you that. And then, so you can see now that we have all these chickens here. But you know what? If I sat there and counted all those chickens, they do not look like 100 chickens to me. They look like maybe a couple of dozen. But anyway, and that's just the way the game does it. You think if we actually had 100 in there, that pen would look pretty full. So I guess maybe they couldn't do the graphics for it. Don't know. But if we go here and we go over to our storage prices, you can see at least right now we get $5.70 for the egg pieces. So what we're going to do in this particular tutorial is we're going to speed everything up, and we're going to get to where we have 100 eggs. And when we get 100 eggs, we're going to go cash them in, and I'll show you how to do that as well. And if we go over here right now, excuse me, let's see, let's go over to here. So you can see right now we own 101 chickens because one of them is a rooster. Right now we have no eggs, and we have no eggs in our backpack. All right, so we are going to go ahead and boost our time up now to 120 so it'll go fast. We'll see how long it takes us to actually collect 100 eggs. All right, so let's wait and see. Eggs, come on, start producing eggs. All right, there's one that popped up right there. So in a minute, they'll start popping up pretty quick, but you'll notice that our timer's going pretty fast. You see we're already at like 7:30 in the morning now. And it's going to take us a little bit of time to collect 100 eggs. So I tell you what, you guys stay tuned and we will be right back. But let me show you what you do. So once there's eggs in there, you just have to go pick them up. You can see up in the upper left hand corner it says we got +1 eggs. Alright, so let's wait over here. Again, now you can see we have 2 eggs in our backpack and there's 3 more eggs. So they're producing eggs pretty quick right now. Alright, hold on and we will be right back. Alright, we are back. You can see it's 9 o'clock actually the next morning, not the same day. So you can see also the overall money has dropped a little bit because you're losing right now with 101 chickens, you're losing 100 per day. So hold on. All right, so over the evening, I went ahead and I collected 54 egg, or 52 eggs already. You see we have 54 eggs ready to go. So I'm going to put this back on real time, so it'll just slow back down, and they'll stop producing as many. And I'm going to try to pick up exactly 100 eggs, and then we will go sell them, and I'll show you that part. Oh, I forgot to turn it back down. Let's turn that down. Real time. That's right, baby. All right, let's pick up the rest of these eggs. See, there's a big pile here. I'm just going to go around. We know that there's more than we actually need, so I'll check from time to time. Let's just pick up what we can. Again, that still doesn't look like 101 eggs. There's the rooster. Yep, that's one we start with. Alright. Let's check where we're at 88 eggs. Not seeing a whole bunch of other ones just lying around. Ooh, that made me dizzy. Alright, we are at 103 eggs in our backpack. Alright, well that's good. So, what we're going to do right now, like I said, I had sold all my vehicles earlier. For this particular thing, we're going to go ahead and we are going to buy this tractor because we have enough money because we sold everything else. Now, again, I don't necessarily recommend this in regular play that you sell everything right off the bat, but this is for demonstration purposes only, and so that you guys can get an idea of what it is. So we did that. And I don't remember if I told you earlier, but just so that you're aware, when it comes to vehicles, these prices here where you see how much they cost, how much they sell for, and how much the maintenance is per day, it's the same whether you're in easy mode, normal mode, or hard mode. Sometimes prices will change. So, for example, when you start out the game, if you start out the game in easy mode, you start out with $12,000 and a $50,000 loan that's already against your debt. If you play the game in normal mode, you start off with $6,000 in your bank and a $100,000 loan that I guess you've already taken out to buy some equipment. Excuse me, that was normal mode. I think I said that right. Normal mode, $6,000 money you start off with, as opposed to $12,000 and a $100,000 loan. And then for hard mode, you start off with $4,000 in your account and a $150,000 loan. But these prices don't change. These stay the same. So the maintenance, whether you, for this particular New Holland T 4.75 Power Star, is always $64,000 to purchase, $70 maintenance a day, and yeah. And then over here, under the chickens, and I think I said that earlier, it doesn't matter if you're easy, normal, or hard mode, they're always $70 purchase, $1 a day. And in this particular case, too, the sell price for them, if we go back here, well, now they're up to 572. All right, so it's actually going up. I'm assuming as soon as we start selling them, the price is going to go down because of supply and demand. But over here, if we go to like canola prices right now, you see the grain elevator is 2,200, the shipping office is 2,135, the transport company is 2,357. If we were in, I think, normal mode, it drops down to about $1,000, and I'm not sure what the prices are. So some of these prices change depending on what mode you're playing in, hard, easy, or otherwise. So I'm just going to press my pad and teleport to here. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to go, if you look all the way to the left, we're at the shop right now. You see the big green light. Down by field number 29 is where we were at. You see the chicken there, down by field number 29, just to the sort of diagonally to the right from us. That's where the chicken pens are. But if you look all the way to the left of us right now, you'll see field number 18, and you'll see a chicken with an egg. You'll also see that up above, north of us, up by the transport company area in field 8. Those are where you have to go to sell eggs. So typically in a regular game, I will actually take one of my inexpensive tractors that I may not be using after I kind of get established, and I will just leave the tractor up there so that I can immediately just kind of use my D-pad to switch back and forth between vehicles, and I don't have to drive all the way up there like this. Not that it's a long drive, and actually in real-time mode, you're fine, or 5x mode, because you have plenty of time. If you are playing at like the 120x and you have several things going on like crops, that's one of the reasons why I turned off the crops right now. You have all that going on, it can make it quite interesting. But as you can see, we are now up here. That's the area right there, the little place. See, we are now right over there by the chicken and the eggs. So we're going to hop out of our vehicle. Well, run over here. And we just cashed in and we got 2,356. So let's pause here for just a minute. And let's check out the egg price. So now the egg prices, well, they're still 572. But for some reason, that doesn't seem quite right. So if we only got 2,000, so 2,000, I think it was 352 or something. I don't know. I'll go back and watch the video. But if we sold 100 eggs, that means that was about like, and actually we sold 103 eggs. So that was about $22.83 per egg. So that ain't too shabby. I'm not sure what the 572 per piece was, but my math just said we did 22.83. Anyway, well, that will end this tutorial. Like I said, you know, that gives you kind of idea if you want to do the chicken and the eggs. That's not too bad. Again, that is in easy mode. So, you know, in hard mode and normal mode, I mean, everything seems to be about the same. So the sell prices for it seem to be about the same. I don't know if there will be a difference, like it won't sell for much or not as much. But yeah, so if you have any questions or you have a comment, if you played this before and you've played it in the normal or hard mode selling chickens, let me know what you're getting for it. Otherwise, this is iRun, and we will see you next time on Farming Simulator 15. Later.